9 surprising items professional movers won't move. Are yours on the list? Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Professional movers will pack and transfer just about anything in your home, but they won't even touch some things. Federal regulations limit moving companies from handling anything deemed hazardous. That includes common household items such as nail polish remover. Here's a list of other things you'll have to make alternate plans for before you move. You could squirrel some of them away and take your chances, but movers may make you sign a document to state you won't move any of the following items. Potentially hazardous items you'll need to move yourself. You may think your batteries are harmless, but they have the potential to become little, toxic fire starters. Sitting in the back of a hot truck can cause them to combust, so movers will avoid transporting them. Even if they don't start a fire, heat and punctures can cause batteries to leak, leaving toxic chemicals in their wake. Gas, nail polish remover, and other flammable liquids. If you keep gas or oil in your garage for lawn equipment, you'll have to move it yourself. For the same reason as batteries, flammable liquids are a no-go in hot trucks where they can leak and catch fire. Even nail polish remover is a hazard, so sweep your home for flammable liquids and securely transport them yourself or properly dispose of them. Ammunition and explosives. It should probably go without saying, but we'll write it anyway, your movers won't handle explosives. And while they will sometimes move unloaded firearms, ammunition is prohibited. If you're crossing state lines, check the local laws and regulations for how to legally transport guns and ammunition. Corrosive chemicals, poisons, and cleaning products. Toxic chemicals can easily leak during the moving process. Not only is this a health hazard to your movers, but corrosive chemicals can damage the rest of your belongings or the moving truck. Your movers will also refuse to handle household cleaning products because of their potential to form a toxic gas when combined. Pressurized gas cylinders. If you or a loved one has ever used an oxygen tank, you probably know how dangerous they are. The potential hazards from a puncture or leak, stray spark, or excessive heat aren't worth the risk of loading them into a moving truck. This is also true for other pressurized containers like propane tanks, fire extinguishers, hairsprays, and anything else that can pose a fire or projectile risk. No sane pet owner would ever think of tossing Fido in the back of a moving truck, but moving companies would refuse them if an insane one tried. The reasons should be obvious, but animals can be unpredictable, dangerous in stressful situations, and could make a mess of your neatly packed belongings. Such an act would be downright animal cruelty, too. Movers will also refuse to transport your live plants as well. Just like pets, they can't guarantee their safety during a move. Depending on the plant, they may also be dangerous for your movers to handle due to allergies or pokes from thorns. Waxes, even candles. Professional movers like to be neat so your stuff arrives clean and safe. One quick way to screw up all of that preparation is having wax melt all over the place. Hot box trucks are not suitable for candles or other waxes, and most movers will ask you to transport them yourself. As much as we may wish we could move our refrigerators with everything in them, that's a recipe for disaster. Movers will avoid handling perishable food because they can't guarantee it will stay at a safe temperature. Food can also get messy and smelly quickly. As you're preparing for your move, it's a good idea to try to eat as much of your perishables as possible in the weeks leading up to it. You may be able to donate any sealed goods you have left to a food bank or other charity organization. For non-perishables, movers will typically be happy to handle your canned and boxed goods. So, yeah, finish off that fresh fish before you move. Important documents, prescriptions, and other valuables. You may find that your movers won't handle important personal documents, prescription medications, or other valuable or sentimental items. Simply put, they don't want to be held liable for losing or damaging things like your passport, tax documents, or life-saving medication. Some may refuse to move family keepsakes and other sentimental items because insurance coverage can't make up for their loss. What to do with things your movers won't move? Mover won't touch certain things for one main reason: safety. While that leaves them in your hands, safety should be no less of a consideration. That's especially true for flammable and toxic items. If you have to transport any of the things on this list to your new home, make sure to secure them to avoid leaks and punctures. Don't leave flammable or explosive items in a hot environment for too long. And try to move them directly from point A to point B. When moving something that produces fumes, like gas, ensure proper ventilation during transport. There's a chance some of these things are easier to get rid of than to move. If you choose to dispose of potentially hazardous materials, make sure to follow your local guidelines. Donate what you can, and always recycle things like batteries if possible. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.